Hello.
Oh, you caught me mid-bump.
Well, that's better. Was it just me, or was the intro music very quiet?
I didn't hear a thing.
Quiet. Yeah.
It goes quiet. It does go quiet, yeah.
It does, doesn't it, Mohammed? You never go quiet, do you?
Dan's made a new friend. He's
You're-
like, where's Dan?
I'm here, Mohammed. How are you? Are you good?
He's a cheeky monkey.
Good lad.
You're a cheeky sausage, aren't you?
Of all the children I've ever known who are described as a cheeky monkey by he is the most cheeky and the monkey-like.
Yes. He couldn't be more monkey-like.
Not
you?
unless he has a prehensile tail.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get him one. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I'm sure he'd wear it.
Or could you imagine having one of those grafted? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Have a prehensile tail grafted.
Well, we've still got tailbones, haven't we? So
We have, yeah, we have. You can feel it, can't you? Right at the bottom of the spine by the
yeah.
coccyx
If you
there.
sit down too hard, you can really feel it.
Yeah, I fell downstairs once. Oh, terrible. I
Touching
was
Uncle John.
crying.
Nobody's touching Uncle John. That's Uncle John's hand
That's
touching his own
me.
head.
That's me, little one. But no one's touching me, I promise.
It's just him.
Is anybody else sort of zapping out at junctures, or is it just me? It's probably just me, isn't it?
No, everybody. It is for me as well. They're glitching out always.
Yeah.
On this
Yeah.
show.
No,
I'm
mine's
not.
fine.
Yeah,
21st century.
Oh, Dan, I'm so glad it's you, not me, and you as well as me, because I thought there was something wrong with my eye.
Well, I mean, Viv says she's not glitching out, so that you know what they say. If you're the one who's not glitching out, you're the one who's causing it.
Yes, it's the equivalent.
It's that cheap Wi-Fi again, Viv.
It's the electronic equivalent of he who smelt it dealt it.
Exactly. Yeah. What you can't see with Viv is under her desk where she's sitting. She's got like she's got what they call them, like bicycle pedals, and she pedals them, and that gets the electricity, and then that in turn gets the internet in. How's everybody? Is everybody good?
Yes, thank you. It's
Good,
been
glad
far
to hear
too hot
that.
today.
Yeah, it
like
has, doesn't it? It has. It really has. I was moaning only last week that it was terribly cold, and now I'm moaning that it's terribly hot.
Yeah. It was
I
rainy
suppose-
and freezing cold, and now but I'm too ginger for this weather, and it doesn't mix well. with
See,
me.
you might be too ginger. I'm too fat for this weather, and so it's not good for me. It's not good for me either. So yeah, so I enjoy it. I mean, today wasn't too bad, but it got really hot towards the end of the afternoon, rather. So yeah,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it, but I live in at the moment anyway, in a very old house made of cob, and it's cool in the summer
Keeps it
and hot
cool.
and warm in the winter.
That's lovely.
Yeah. No.
They
You
knew what they
do.
were doing, didn't they, years ago when they built these properties?
No.
Oh God, yes.
More so than they do today.
And the bits that were built in 1800 are still going fine. It's the bits that were added on in the 1970s that are falling apart.
Yeah, it's always the way. Always the way. It's amazing, isn't it? We've sort of gone from a country, or well, a planet really, where things were built to last, to just churning out crap that breaks within a couple of years.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
the speed that the houses go up these days is crazy. And there's people living on them, and they're still building them around them.
What I saw one the other day, and they were making polystyrene. Polystyrene. They were making it out of polystyrene. So it was cut with no tools. It was just like a hot wire. So they cut the shapes, then they plugged it together like Lego, and then they put this. It's like a cement, or it looked like a cement. But then once it hardens, it's hardened polystyrene. And they said that it can move, but it retains the heat in the winter rather, and then disperses heat in the summer. And you're thinking, yeah, but that's not going to last, is it? That's really not going to.
No.
That's not going to be very long, in existence. But yeah, odd. And the guy went there really cheap. He went because for a 2-bedroom house, it's like 400,000.
Blimey.
Really? For a polystyrene house? I think so. Viv, how are you?
Sit up there, monkey.
Sorry, I was miles away sharing things out. Yeah, I find I'm okay because I've been in an air-conditioned office all day. So
Hi,
Nice.
Nettie.
Are you Nettie?
hi, Nettie. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Hi,
Nice
Anna.
to see you. Right.
Can
We
you see
want
the
to
little
know.
birds on this?
We want all your dinosaur questions, please, for Dr. Mohammed. Hi, Robert.
Yeah. Hi, Robert. How you doing, bud?
He's going to run off from it. He's running off from. Oh, you're getting a dinosaur, right? Okay,
Ooh.
no, that's fine.
There you go. You see?
First dinosaur coming up. What,
Oh, wow,
what
we had
kind
a show
of
as well.
dinosaur?
Do you remember what this one's called?
Let me get a card.
Oh, we're going to get all of them now. So there's that one. He's got a box.
He looks like a duck, doesn't he? His face.
She just said he looks like a duck. What's his name?
Hey, about my great nephew.
Tell them what his name is.
Nah. No,
He's
no.
being too shy. It's a
No.
Parasaurolophus.
Mm.
It does look a bit like a duck. It's got a beak actually at the front, so it is kind of duck-like.
Looks
There you
looks
go.
like a duck, that one.
Yeah.
There was a
There's
giant
another one.
species of duck that used to live out of water, run incredibly fast, and eat meat. That lived in the Pleistocene in Australia.
A duck that ate meat. What's this one? Come up here then.
Oh, he's got something exciting.
What have you got? What's that?
We know
Oh,
what this one is.
That's a flying one.
Pteranodon.
So, say it again quietly.
Pteranodon.
Pteranodon.
Which, of
He,
course,
he memorizes all their names.
it's not a dinosaur.
Is it? Oh no, it's not. Is it? What's it called? Does it say on the back?
It's a pterosaur. It's not a dinosaur.
Pterosaur. Yeah, pterosaur. That's it. Yeah, it's a
Somebody's
slightly
come-
different.
Although there is
Somebody's
one
come
that
to
features
visit.
on Dinosaur Train.
Look, there's Dr. John.
Oh,
There's
look.
That's a
Mohammed,
Jonosaur.
Look, who's this? Look, who's that? Look,
A Jonosaur, that is.
a kitty cat. Say hi,
Say
Poo-Poo.
hello, John. This cat is
Say
called.
hi. Oh, hi, John. Oh, he's lovely.
John, look this way.
Can you see?
Who's that?
The pussy cat.
I'm gonna run
Oh, he's off again. He's gonna be like this the entire time. You're like that.
It doesn't. Doesn't matter. It's great to have guests.
Yeah.
He's full of beans all day long. He's like that all day long, and then at night he's constantly on the go as well. So he's just he's like the Energizer Bunny.
Well,
Who's he got now?
he's been our youngest ever guest, isn't he,
Is
Dan?
he? He's that. Look. There we go.
Triceratops.
My favourite. That's my favourite one. That one.
Would you like
Yeah,
the Triceratops?
Triceratops.
Yeah.
He's got 3 horns.
Yeah.
And a big frill.
And a big frill.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bit, I think, is his necklace that comes up at the back.
Yeah, that's their cooling system, isn't it? Papa. But it is gonna, he'll be back in a second with another
He's
one.
really enjoying it, isn't he?
Come on, we can't wake baby up. We can't wake. We'll get told off. We'll get told off.
And I'm scared of your grandmother. We mustn't let her cross with us.
You're scared with reason.
What have we got there?
We have to turn it round a bit. We're looking at
Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus.
A Stegosaurus.
Where are you going now? Do you want to see the Stegosaurus?
Do you think the Stegosaurus is a good dinosaur or a bad dinosaur?
Do you think he's a good dinosaur or a bad dinosaur? Good, we got a thumbs up. Show a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah.
They're all good. They're just dinosaurs, aren't they? They're just dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They do what they do.
They do dinosaur stuff. He likes
Exactly.
Spinosaurus is one of his favourites.
They're pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Are you going to find him? Oh, there he is.
Was he got him?
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah, to hold him still, otherwise I can't see. There we go.
Oh,
There you go.
Spinosaurus. That's your favourite one, isn't it? Rawr. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
God, I love
So you're the youngest ever person that they've had on this
Yeah.
show. And
So what's
think
everybody's
he's the youngest
favourite
ever
dinosaur?
cryptozoologist as well.
I like this.
Oh,
You like that?
Oh,
Hi,
it's-
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hope you're doing well, Sarah.
So everyone in the chat, can you put up what is your favourite dinosaur that we've seen so far? Out of all the dinosaurs, which one is your favourite?
watch it. Oh, so Viv's
yours,
just
Viv?
said, can
Also-
they write down what their favourite dinosaurs are?
Forgive me, guys, but just a bit of private business. Nettie, I know I'm doing your show at some point, but I've lost the date. Can you let me know what it is, please?
Hello, what is this? I love this song.
Sophie, you have
Viv,
to
what's
hold
your
it.
favourite dinosaur?
That's us there. Look, you have to hold it up very still to the camera so you can see it.
Ooh.
What's that?
Viv,
Yes,
what's your favourite dinosaur?
Triceratops.
Nice. Jonathan?
Mine, a Patasaurus.
Nice.
Oh,
Gwyn?
good choice. Oh gosh. There's a Cryptosaurus. It lives in the water. It's a bit like a Nessie kind of thing. We don't actually have one of those, but that's my favourite one.
Do you think he saw us?
Nice one, Sarah.
Do you think he saw us?
He's got a dog, isn't he? Do you think he saw us Rex?
Oh, dear, dear. This show gets more and more and more like a 1950s issue of Wizard and Chips.
Yeah, great, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yes, baby.
The trouble is that Guinevere and Dr. Mohammed will have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about.
We haven't got any idea what we're talking about, Jonathan.
No, you know what Wizard and Chips is or was.
Oh, Wizard and Chips.
Don't have a clue.
I will, Jonathan. I forgot myself with things going on this week.
Thanks, Nettie. Sorry to be a nuisance.
Silly Billy.
John, what is your favourite dinosaur, John?
We're asking John the cat who his favourite dinosaur is.
John said he likes a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, they're cool, aren't they? I like the woolly mammoths. They're very cool.
They're cool.
None of which, of course, are dinosaurs.
No.
Yeah.
No, and existed at completely different time.
Oh. God.
I like, not
You
a
don't need
dinosaur, but I like, my favourite is, I think I love an Archaeopteryx.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the one with the feathers, isn't it?
That's the one, yeah, I love it.
I thought that actually was a dinosaur. I thought it was a theropod. I thought it was a late theropod.
I thought did they not change the taxonomy? Or I might have that wrong.
No, I might have got it wrong.
No, you're probably right, Jonathan. I'm probably wrong in that respect.
I'm now going to ask Wikipedia.
Go.
All I know is in
I
his
think
big
you're
book
right.
of dinosaurs, it's in there. So
Oh, well, there you go then. It's got to be then. It's got to be then.
National Geographic Big Book of
I
Dinosaurs.
love that picture. That's a
That's
good
cool.
picture.
Can't get it right. Okay.
Raptor.
That's
I
a,
like raptors.
that's a T-Rex, isn't it? That one?
T-Rex.
Raptors were very cool dinosaurs.
Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
There's so many.
What are you doing?
It was a small bird-like dinosaur.
So,
There you go.
right. Cool. Hi, Scott.
Hi,
Hi, Scott.
Scotty. And let's face it, as we all know, birds are dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah. I think the DNA in the chicken's the closest to T-Rex, isn't it?
What's a raptor?
No, this
Don't
is
tell
a
that, don't tell that to Hennis. He'll get ideas about space. Oh, he's gone to find
Good
some
thing I've got
more.
strong arms, isn't it?
It's
Hey.
glitching, sorry.
Has he gone to find some more?
Is it?
Am I glitching?
Yes, everybody's glitching.
What's
That's
he got there?
Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus.
A what?
What?
An Ankylosaurus.
All I heard was Rhinoceros. Ah,
Yes.
The camera goes in the opposite way that I want to move, so I want to move it that way, and it
yeah,
doesn't.
I'm like,
it goes the
I'm
other
like
way.
that. Yeah, I can't ever work that. I get your throat.
Messes with my head.
Hello,
Oh,
William.
William.
He's disappeared again. Where's Dr. Mohammed gone now?
Oh, he'll be back.
I thought you meant me. Then. I
I have
was
to
glitching.
prepare myself. What's that? That's not. It's a Styracosaurus.
Two serious tips.
It's not a Triceratops.
I love a Triceratops.
So serious.
I thought you said a
Triceratops.
two shoes atop.
Two Triceratops.
Is that a no? That's a Pentaceratops. You got to keep looking. We've got all the ceratops coming out, but not a Triceratops.
How long do you think? How long do you think before they genetically engineer one of these creatures, or do you think they've already done it?
Maybe they've done it in secret, and we
I
don't.
think
We
they've
don't know.
probably done it, don't you?
No, I mean,
Oh, that
no.
looks like
Look at that complete and utter nonsense. That
Sorry, Jonathan. What?
Look at that nonsense last night about genetically engineering the
John, you
wolf.
calm down.
The dire wolf, yes, Canistyrus.
Yeah, but that's complete nonsense. All they've got is
Sorry, I'm bringing utter
modified
chaos.
robot.
Sorry, John, I can't hear Jonathan. I can't hear you. Sorry, what?
Shush,
Sorry, it didn't help. I had a dog jumping on my stomach.
Sorry, I can't. Is it my connection?
What's that behind?
I'm bringing no sense to this occasion at all, I'm afraid.
No, we never do.
No, there's never any sense. There's never any sense on this show.
No.
Do you remember? This was the guy in the cafe who was sat very quietly looking at bugs behind Richard Freeman. Oh, and his brother was the one tugging me around.
Oh, that's what I remember it very well.
Yeah, he was very quiet that day, but he was fascinated with all the bugs in the resin bugs.
Yeah, bugs are fascinating.
What are you doing? He was getting Richard to tell him what all the bugs were. Shush, we're going to get told off.
He
Nana's going to come down and tell us
adores
off.
Richard and Graham, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Even when I... Yes. When I say Uncle Graham's coming to, like, drop something off or pick something up, he's like, Uncle Graham.
The best one so far is Troy Sarah Shoot.
You're not allowed to say it any other way now.
Troy Sarah Troops.
Or a crazy
Do
child.
you think Dr. Mohammed would like to tell us about his snails?
Oh, would you like to tell them about the snails?
That'd be good.
Shh, quietly tell them about the snails. Would you? So listen. What are the name of the snails in the kitchen? The big ones. Do you remember their names?
Pixies.
No. Giant
African nails.
Giant African nails.
Yeah.
A new species.
That's as sensible as he's gonna get.
Nails.
We've got 3 different species in the kitchen of giant African snails. Shush, shush, shush.
Nails.
We've got Fulica, which were the ones that John originally sent to us. Then we've got Reticulata, which have got really ridged shells. And then we've got a little baby ovum.
I sent them to your son as a present. You then took over them and have made the whole, taken them over, and you have now become a complete invertebrate freak.
My obsession with invertebrates is completely 100% your fault, because you sent us the first ones, and now I can't even count. I've got mantis, I've got millipedes, I've got isopods.
Oh, millipedes are amazing.
I've got stick insects. I'm slowly getting more cockroaches. What are you doing, you crazy thing?
Do not get scolopendras though.
No,
do not get scolopendras.
The giant poisonous centipedes. No.
Friend of mine had a couple, and they friend of mine was. I'm not sure if it's true actually, but a friend of mine who he's worked with wildlife all his life. He told me he does a lot of filming for the BBC, and he told me that the only creature that a Buddhist is allowed to kill is the scolopendra, and they call it the devil bug because it's so dangerous that it needs to be eradicated. I don't know if there's any truth in that. Might be complete nonsense, or it might be something he's heard secondhand. But I found it interesting.
It's now on my
a friend of
shopping
mine had
list.
one, and I tell you what, it was intelligent. It was intelligent. It wasn't stupid.
There's lots of things called devil, though. There's lots of different species of bugs that are named after devil. I've got a devil's flower mantis, and there's a.
No, I think it wasn't a science. It wasn't a name for it. They just called it. They called it the devil bug because it was so aggressive.
Because it was so.
Yeah. That's what they called it.
Guinevere, I forbid it. You are not having a scolopendra.
This is a dino. This is Uncle John as well. Look.
Oh, there you
Uncle
go.
John sent this for Christmas.
Oh, I forgot that.
I used to work with a herpetologist years ago, and he kept them. And he was saying to me that he had a friend, and she was caught by one. She was actually injected by one, and she had 3 blood transfusions and still passed away.
Crazy.
Wow.
So that was how aggressive. Yeah.
They had the really big one, Scolopendra gigas, living in Hong Kong when I was there. I don't know if they're still around, but you saw them on the hillside. But
They're amazing, aren't they?
used to go and play on the hillside, and you see these things. And I was always given a healthy respect for them. I kept my distance.
Be a bit quiet because I can't hear them. Okay.
They're phenomenal creatures, and they are, and I think quite a few of them are quite pretty as well. Very pretty. The colours of them are just unbelievable.
I
Yeah,
think
it's usually the prettiest ones are the most deadly ones.
Yeah, exactly.
a bit
But
like
yeah,
Exactly like women.
exactly.
It's got Rexy there.
Yes, yeah. He's trying. He can't quite work out the camera, so it's messing with his head as well. Bring it in this way. If you come this way, then
There
they can
you
see.
go.
There you
There
go.
you go.
It's the opposite direction.
I think it's brilliant.
You can have him for a day if you like.
Hi.
Hey!
Oh my goodness.
Mohammed, look.
Excellent.
What is that? Oh, that's super cool.
Where on earth did you get that?
She
It's
dug it out of the back garden.
It's a plastic Rexy head.
Yeah, I know. But where did you get it? Brilliant.
Wilco's years ago.
Will goes. I like that.
Halloween section.
Right, that's where I'm going. This Halloween is Wilco's.
I don't think it exists anymore, does it? It's gone.
No, he's extinct.
I was just thinking that that's a Christmas present coming up.
Oh, God. I never know what to expect.
What do you mean, dear?
He's
It's
run away.
You mean last year his and the baby's Christmas present was a 6 foot tall teddy bear?
Yes, called Stephen,
Mm.
and he's in their bedroom now, and he's on their bed. Well, he's on Mohammed's bed, and he takes his drink upstairs, and he sits in between his legs, and he looks out the window because he's right next to the window, so he's all like cozy on Stephen's lap, having a drink.
Have you got a Tyrannosaurus Rex there?
Mhm.
Can I have a look at him? I feel hungry.
Find him.
Mark Bolan.
There he is.
Oh,
Cool.
Do you like?
Where are you going?
Do you like a Stegosaurus? I had 3 for my tea.
This is like a rubbish. That's like a rubbish Jeff Dunham show now.
I love him. I can't watch him now because I can't watch him around them. Otherwise,
No.
they'll be coming out with all of it.
He's close to the mark, isn't he? He's there.
Just a little bit.
All we can say is, Dan, silence.
Salad.
what on earth are you silly people talking about?
I'll send you a link. You probably really like it. He's a comedian, but he has puppets, and one of them is a skeleton. But I won't go any further than that. You'll like it.
He's got the old chap as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a few. He's got a grandma, I think, as well,
He got loads of them, hasn't he?
and a young kid, like a skater kid, I think. Yeah, it's very
he has.
funny.
I think he has. Yeah, definitely. He's very good.
Because we have Mohammed on, Vivian circulated a message.
Oh, thank you.
What did Uncle John say?
He was just telling me something about something
Because he's got
unscripted.
the age who would just copy what I said, and that would probably not be appropriate.
He copies everything. I have to tell him not. There's some words that are okay, and other words we don't say outside the house. Unfortunately, his daddy likes to swear a lot. So yes, I then have to correct. What's come out of his mouth? That's not working. You have to go that way. That way.
Who likes to swear a lot? Apart from me?
Sorry.
I didn't hear that. Who likes to swear a lot?
The father figure. Well, not really father figure, if you understand what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. I will have to learn some Turkish swear words.
Well, I want to, when they're older, because I don't know if you know, but I'm going to be home educating them. And I want to actually, when they're old enough, do a whole lesson on swear words. Like, these are some really cool swear words. This is what they actually mean. This is how you can use them sensibly. And this is why we don't use them. And I don't want to like hide stuff from them like that.
No.
I just want to
No.
educate them about it
Yeah.
rather than, you know, it's being a stupid fun thing that we say because it winds mum up. I'd rather like educate them on
Yeah.
what swear words are.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? When you make things taboo, then that thing becomes dangerous, doesn't it? All of a sudden,
It's really appealing then.
yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
I think, to be honest with you, I think homeschooling is the best way to go now.
Yeah.
Hey?
What?
The homeschooling is the best way to go now, I think. To
Oh,
be honest
yeah.
with you.
Yeah. It was
There's
an
so
easy
much
decision.
nonsense, and some of these teachers that I've been speaking to are not what I would class as the brightest of individuals.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
someone's
scary,
getting
some of it.
tired.
It is.
Bizarrely, Mohammed and his brother are going to be enrolled into Professor Downes's Academy for Young Gentlemen.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
That would be lovely. We're recruiting everybody we can for lessons. So everybody. Balloon! It's not a balloon. It's the light above Dan's head. Can you see it?
Here's the light. Yeah,
It's not
it's
a
an
balloon.
angelic light because I'm so saintly.
You were monkey.
I just mouthed it. I did not say it.
I know. I can hear you thinking it.
I can't tell you what it rhymes with because I can't think of it rhymes with ragged. The first word rhymes with duck.
What are you doing now? You're going to be quiet for 5 seconds.
He's
Yeah,
been
he's
very
been
quiet.
quiet. He's been quiet.
Gwen's
He's
talking
been
to you,
good.
Jonathan.
I'm sorry.
Gwen was talking to you then.
Oh, probably. She does bully
Other
me.
way.
Mohammed,
See why she's going to take over from me, take over the reins of running this stupid organisation of mine when I finally retire and hang up my...
Mohammed, tell me about your mantis. What colour is your mantis?
Right.
Say which
Red.
one? Say which one? We've got 22 of them.
22.
22?
Nice.
Shall we show you? We've got one here we can show you. Hang on, gentle. Don't want to freak him out. I don't know how I can.
They're so pretty, aren't they?
So this one is a marbled.
Oh.
This is marbled mantis. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the Latin for it.
They're so pretty.
But that's a baby, so that's not. You know, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you my. I don't know if I can. Can I turn the camera around?
Mantids are very
How
cool.
does it work? I've never used this bit before. Hang on. No, I don't think I can, but hang on, let me flip the... I'll just flip it around. So you tell me if you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cat's eye mantis. That's the biggest one I've got. And he's about the size of the palm of your hand at the moment. There you go.
That's really cool.
You got the bracelet on that, Uncle John's. Oh, gosh.
And
What's your
I'm
bracelet?
probably responsible for this as well. Giant Asian.
Yeah, the giant Asian lives right next door to the cat's eye. He's in there.
They're
Oh,
my
yes.
favourite species.
And I think it's a she, and she's just molted. So when they molt, you have to leave them alone for about 48 hours so that they can dry out completely. Because otherwise they get doggy leg.
I like the blue-green colour they got and the red.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous colour, that one. And the same as the I can never say it. It's like Papua New Guinea, so it's a Papa blue, and it is like a turquoisey blue colour. It's really
Oh,
pretty.
beautiful, beautiful.
But I could go on for hours. They're just so pretty. Let you up.
What's he going to show us?
What have you got there? What are you going to show? No, not this one. This one. That's a Diplodocus. Or is it? No, is that a Brachiosaurus? Is it the Brachiosaurus that has the bump on its head? Yeah, it's a Brachiosaurus.
It's going to eat you up.
You got loads of dinosaurs.
Oh dear.
There's me thinking they've gone extinct, but clearly not. You've saved them all.
It's eating you up.
Have you noticed? When I was a boy, it was pronounced Diplodocus, and now everybody calls it Diplodocus, which is probably correct. But the way
It's eating you up.
He's tapping on you, Andrew. I think it's probably Americanisms.
Yeah.
It's probably how the Americans say it.
it.
What are you doing, you crazy child?
I remember growing up when Kenya was called Kenya.
Yeah,
No,
I used to know it as Kenya when I was younger, and now it's Kenya.
Yeah.
No, it's the other way around.
Is it?
I think it might be something to do with the class system, because I went, obviously I've got a working class background, and I did some
It's eating you up.
it was career promotions for zoos, and I did it in a public school, very well-known public school out in Hertfordshire. And the first time I heard it, this young girl came up to me and, "Oh, we've been to Kenya."
Okay.
And then I heard it after, "Oh, Kenya."
It's
And
eating
everybody
you
I
up.
heard, middle class, was saying Kenya. And I thought, well, I grew up when it was called Kenya.
It's
the other
eating
way.
you up.
I think it's just pronunciation, but it's like Bodicea and Woodica, isn't it?
When it was first founded, it was, and then it became Kenya because the first leader of Kenya was Jomo Kenyatta, and he basically is the founding father of the country. He named after him,
And he was what pronounced Kenya.
Kenya.
He was pronounced Kenya.
Yeah.
So it was Kenya to begin with.
It was Kenya to begin with.
Okay.
The fact that you met some floozy at a public school who was calling it Kenya, it's because she was old-fashioned and her parents probably had been
No,
out.
I don't think it was that. I think it was because she came from a different demographic. I think it was because everybody I know that's working class calls it Kenya. But only people that have got middle class people call it Kenya.
Kenya is correct. Kenya,
I've got a feeling you two could debate about this one.
Kenya.
But Kenya is what it was called when it was a British colony.
But it's like Boudica, isn't it? And Bodicea. When I was a kid, it was always Bodicea. Now it's Boudica.
Definitely. Definitely.
Whatty, witchetty, who?
Dina door to door.
It's eating you up.
You have to move it this way. Like, you have to come over this way, otherwise nobody can see it. There you go.
Dino door to door.
Oh dear.
Dino door to door.
I love that dino door to door. It's a bit like a balloon. When you have a balloon, you call it a bloody blued.
Oh, what, bloody blued?
A balloon is a bloody blued. And that's a dino door to door.
Dino door.
Dino dordy door.
Is it any wonder why they think you might have ADHD?
Exactly, Bobby. Tomato.
Hi, Bobby.
Potato. Let's call the whole thing a salad.
Tired now. You have to warm me out. You can't move it, Bubba.
I'm going to ask Mohammed a question.
Okay.
Is it a tomato or a tomato? Tomato or tomato? Choose one.
Tomato. African.
Yeah, because he watches American programs.
Yeah.
So it's all the Blippies and all of that kind of.
Yeah.
He watches Handyman Hat, and they all say it's all American.
Hola.
So I've had to correct him to say Z instead of Z because he's learning his alphabet on some of the songs as a Z. So I'm having to go, no, it's Z.
Americanism, yeah.
C.
Z,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like my boy. He says to me,
Bobby's
he
fault.
doesn't say petrol station. He says, "Are we going to get to the gas station?"
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's a petrol station, dear. It's not a gas
And
station.
it's
It's
like
America.
the
It's a
back
gas
garden, the backyard.
Really?
Backyard, yeah.
It's Americanisms, isn't it? Yeah.
That's awful. I must admit,
I hear them. I'm like, no.
Do you
that's
remember a few years ago over here, we had all the kids started watching, speaking with Australian accents? And they did because they were watching Neighbours and Home and Away,
Neighbours.
and that was all they were watching, and they picked up the accents.
what on earth are you saying, you
Somebody save me.
child?
I have Blippy sunglasses. I have Blippies. I'll go get them. They're Blippy sunglasses. I'll put them
Do
on.
you wear them, Viv?
Hang on,
Yeah,
what?
she wears them.
Somebody what's
Going to
Blippy?
get Blippy sunglasses. Do you know who Blippy is, John?
No, I have no idea.
Right, that's another link.
John, you're not Viv. Steve's really Blippy.
No, when I was dealing with youngsters his age, it was Peppa Pig they were obsessed with.
Oh, it's still Peppa Pig. You still
I
love
don't know
Peppa
where
Pig.
they've gone. They've gone away.
We'll find them. We'll
They
find them.
had a baby reveal the other day. It's a little girl, wasn't it? That she's had Mummy Pig's having.
Oh, has she had the baby yet?
No, I don't know if she's had it, but it's they revealed it as a little girl.
Okay. Oh dear, Peppa's going to get a bit upset about that.
Peppa's going to get a right pain in the backside.
Right, yeah, right, hump on.
My granddaughter and her sister were totally obsessed with Peppa Pig.
I can't stand it. That's one of the ones I just don't
No,
like.
the
I watch
one-
Thomas the Tank all day long, but
Yeah.
The thing I couldn't stand was bloody Frozen. God, that gets on my nerves.
Who's it?
I was made to watch.
I have Wendy Pops.
Windy Pops.
Windy Pop. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. It's better out than in, apparently, so I've heard.
So long as they're not smelly Windy Pops, because if they are, we have to do this.
they're not smelly, are they?
There's nothing wrong with
That's
smelly
a
Windy
monkey.
Pops.
Oh God! I'm going to have to take him to bed soon, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's been my favourite guest on the show so far.
Yeah, mine too.
He's been a joy.
So thank you for having us. We'll try and talk more sense next time.
Well, thank you for turning up.
Oh, go and get it then. Oh my Lord above! Hang on a minute.
It's something Rexy can eat.
What was that little one?
Have you got it? He's dropped
Oh, you're
something and now he's in hysterics trying to get it. Hang on.
What?
Hey, Rex is hungry. Rex is hungry.
What on earth is happening?
I have no idea.
Are you got it now? Oh, dear
He's lost it. He's lost it.
I just right. Okay. Right, we're okay. Okay. Could somebody send the army, please?
Why do you want?
all three of them.
Anybody you can send. Right, are we, listen. Are we going to say good night? No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Night.
Say good night.
Night.
He's not going to. Say night.
No.
No, to you.
Night, little one.
I'll see you again next time.
See you later,
soon
Gwyn.
as-
Nice to see you.
Good
Thanks for
job,
coming on.
Peter. Night.
Thank you,
Night.
baby girl.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Ricky. Oh, that was brilliant.
She's an absolute angel, that girl.
She's very nice. Yeah, she's a nice lady.
Yes.
She's a she's a nice lady.
Yeah, so that was something different. Our youngest ever.
Yes.
Yes.
Hang on, I think I'm. Oh, damn.
Is everybody glitching again? Did I just glitch again then?
No, that.
No.
Oh, hang on. Why are you in two places? Hang on, what?
We can't
Can you hear me?
John. I can hear you, but I can't hear John.
Did John just switch?
Yeah. Let's kick him from the studio. He'll have to come back in. Unmute your mic.
Oh, hang on.
Is that you with the bird in the garden?
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, it's lovely. There's little woods there. It's lovely. It's nice first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Unless
you
you've got
right
him
by
for
the
an
woods?
investigation, then it's annoying.
Are you right by the woods?
Yes. Literally go out the back gate and the woods are there.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Ah,
Well,
hello.
I'm going to remove the other one.
What
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
It was my fault. I was trying to see how many people there are in the audience, and I pressed the wrong button.
Look in the top corner, just up there.
I can't see anything. I've lost the thing, all the connections to this. Oh.
Because it keeps on saying I'm supposed to log in, and every time I press log in.
It is 10 to 9 here coming up, Bobby. 10 to 9 in the evening.
Dear Mohammed, he's such a sweet little boy.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a nice little kid, isn't he?
Bobby, I hope the weather is really hot where you are.
What time is it there, Bobby?
About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I think.
Yeah, it must be, mustn't it?
Bobby's in Florida.
Roasting out there at the minute.
Yeah.
5 hours behind.
Oh, but it's roasting, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I expect it's horrifically hot.
I can't do heat, I'm afraid.
I don't mind the heat. It depends where in the world you are, because it can still be hot.
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
feel.
Yeah. It's like
That makes
a
sense.
dry heat, isn't it? As opposed to, yeah. It's not hot. It is hot, but not humid at all. Yeah.
I was last in
Nice,
Puerto Rico in July, which was sort of midsummer, right on the equator. And I managed that okay. But then again, I was 20 years younger than I am now. Plus 22 years.
In Cairo, it was getting to things like 38 degrees in the midday sun. And then in the evening, at night, it would freeze.
Yeah.
So there'd be frost on the ground. And it was madness. But, you just kept out of direct sunlight and covered yourself up. So you could deal with it. But
deserts
yeah.
well low, don't they? Really
Yeah.
low in the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a film with Channel 4 in
What do you mean by that?
but it depends what you mean by thing.
Thanks, Bobby. 10 to 4.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah, I made a film in the Mexican desert, and it was insanely hot in the sun in the daytime, but it was ridiculously cold in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of the Puebla Desert, just around the base of Popocatépetl.
I saw a program once about a documentary about Death Valley, and they had a ranger there, and he said that they'd go in if people were lost there in Death Valley. If they were lost for a few days, they'd go in, and he said that the bodies would be so dehydrated you could pick them up with one hand.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
To a crisp. Unbelievable.
Damon and I had a little tour through part of Death Valley,
Oh, I've
and
always wanted-
we went with a tour company that they basically said, if anything happens, make sure you bring plenty of water and everything. They had loads of water on board. It's just in case the bus broke down. And I'm
You'd be stuffed, wouldn't you, out there if you never
really
drink?
do we need to go? Do we need to go? But we went, and it was fine.
You got to go. You got to go. It's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
I want to see it. I've always wanted to see Death Valley.
It does look an
Years and
amazing
years
place, I must admit.
It's got the rarest freshwater fish in the world.
Has it really?
It's called the Devil's Hole pupfish.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not heard of that one. That's cool. What does it look like?
Hang on, I'll find a picture and give it
Do you want me
to
to do it? Do you want me to do it? What's
Yeah.
it called?
It's a Devil's Hole pupfish. Pupfish. Pup as in dog, fish as in fish.
The Devil's
Hole pupfish. And the interesting as well is the Devil's Hole is where Charlie Manson thought he was going to take his family to go and all the other people he'd rescued to go out and hide during the Armageddon race war.
Oh, what happened there?
So you've got serial killers and the rarest freshwater fish in the world, all in the same place. And I've got a little dog here to come to join in.
Oh,
What are you doing, little pig? Hello, piggy. Archie Pig.
hey, Archie. Hello, Archie.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't it?
How pretty. That is amazing.
At its lowest, it was down to, I think, 30 specimens. There's about 150 now.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, this really pretty little fish.
The interesting thing is that when there was an inland sea all the way across the middle and south parts of what's now the United States, there was only one species of pupfish, but as the waters receded...
Oh, sorry. I don't know why that said that.
I have no idea, but when the waters receded...
That's not right.
No.
But as the waters receded, the populations in different lakes and streams and creeks all speciated into separate species. And there's now, I think, 17 or 18 different species.
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool.
So once again, I brought something on that's totally off topic.
But interesting.
I want to say, I thought of you and Dan today when I was out walking the dog at lunchtime. A spider ran across the pathway, and we got they had some lovely trees next to the Gallops in Newmarket. And this spider on the pathway, I'm not kidding you, it was about the size of my thumbnail. It was quite big.
Mm-hmm.
It had a big, black, chunky body, like really chunky. The legs were quite sturdy, quite stout, not thin legs. There were quite what I call a meaty leg on it, and it was just walking quite gingerly across the pathway. And I thought, oh, and it was quite a small. When I say small, it looks like that's going to be a big spider. It looked like a baby to me, and I'm thinking to myself, it was big enough. I just pulled the dog around it and walked on having that spider near me, and it made me think of you two from last week.
Spiders are so cool.
Yeah, I think they're absolutely fascinating.
They are. They're amazing creatures. And so beautiful, a lot of them.
She doesn't understand, does she? She's just being girly.
Exactly.
News Now Barnsley. Boo. Hello, News Now Barnsley.
Boo, back to you, sir or madam.
Boo. Barnsley, that's up in Yorkshire, isn't it?
It is.
Unless it's not Vicky Barnsley, is it?
No, I don't think it is. Oh, dear. But anyway, we've got some exciting guests that we're hoping to bring to you guys. And if Jonathan can work his magic, I think next week you need to tune in.
But if I can pull it off, but also depends if they can speak English, because they are from Greece, and
don't worry about it. Just get them on anyway.
Okay, but you're gonna.
And
do you know anybody who speaks English who can interview them first?
So
nobody I can think of.
The only clue we're going to give at this stage is voodoo related. That's it.
Oh, that'd be an interesting topic.
Yes.
Yes, I think it's something I only heard of this evening, and somebody I've only heard of. I don't know them. I got an email for a Facebook message from out of the blue. But they are very intriguing. I see it as my job to bring all these. Yes, and same to you, Kat.
John has spoken. John said now.
Yes, that's exactly like Lilith does. She comes up and sits on me and goes, meow, which means,
now.
Hello. Yes, Archie, it's very good.
Dan's
hey!
There he is.
He's the big guy.
When John jumps up when we're sitting downstairs watching TV, drinking a cuppa, he's actually done it to Dan. He jumps up and he goes, hello. He actually says hello. He goes, hello. He jumps up the chairs. It's crazy.
What are you doing, dog? Stop trampling on me.
He's after a biscuit.
I haven't got any biscuits.
He said you had them last week.
Yeah. But
I have, but I haven't got them yet. Graham's not brought them to me. Especially as I'm not supposed to eat biscuits because I am a diabetic.
Oh.
Have a diabetic biscuit.
They cost us 5 times as much as ordinary biscuits.
That's true. That's true.
That's madness.
That's true. I must say, and I'm a diabetic, but I love them. My new favourite chocolate ever, and even beats my Hershey's, is the new Kit Kat hazelnut bars.
Are they nice?
Oh, go into Iceland's. They're doing them on a special price at an Iceland's right now.
Nice.
But they are to die for. But they're
I
very
like
naughty.
Hershey's, and everybody moans at me. Oh, Hershey's is disgusting. I said, no, it's lovely.
I
love Hershey's.
I
Really nice.
love Hershey's.
Yeah, me too.
Not the Hershey's you get here, but the proper American Hershey's is amazing.
Mind you, the stuff you get here now is imported, isn't it? A lot of it.
Yeah, I think they were making Hershey's over here at some point, weren't they?
I don't know. I know that all the stuff I've ever had was bought out of these American candy shops over here.
You can buy Hershey's in Tesco's. And I don't think it's the same as... Because it tastes more sour in the American. They use the sour milk, don't they, to make it?
I have no idea.
Got a different taste.
All I know is I like Hershey's.
Yeah,
I like Oreos as well.
Viv, was it you who recommended that chocolate from Dubai? Was that
Dubai chocolate, yeah.
Well, I tried it. I think it's very nice, but I don't think it's worth the price I paid for a bar.
Lint Dubai chocolate.
You have to be careful where you get it, don't you? Really, because some of it's
Yeah.
listed as Dubai and it's not, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's got to be
This
lint.
was eBay.
Might not be the Dubai stuff, because somebody's moaned about that the other day. They were saying they bought this Dubai chocolate and it's not the same stuff at all. So they went through Amazon and they did list who it was who sells it, and they said that this you get to this person, this is a definite, and they swore by it. The difference is immense. But I've never tried. Willow's had the proper Dubai chocolate. I've never tasted it. But I don't really like chocolate anyway. But I do like Hershey's.
Yes, Hershey's is great.
Yeah, I like Hershey's. What's that about, Willow? No, Dubai chocolate. Oh. Where's Jonathan gone?
Me,
No,
I was looking up how much it costs to buy Lint Dubai chocolate.
Is it expensive?
I don't know. You called me back. I haven't got that far.
Oh, right.
Christ, bike.
That sounds expensive.
I'm not paying £14 for a bar of chocolate.
At that price, you'd have to ration it like it was 1942, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, so next week, Dan, I need to speak to you at some point.
No problem.
After the show, because I have been asked to organise another ghost hunt just for old time's sake. So,
oh, right. Who's that with? Everybody or
just everybody? But I'll talk to you about it behind the scenes.
yeah,
sort of
but
maybe.
you see, I don't like a lot of the ghost hunters, so I probably won't be going there.
Yeah, we'll be sitting behind everybody throwing stones.
Yeah. Oh, so the first words out of my mouth is, "What fucking lies have you made up this week?
Yeah.
You lying bastards!"
Can we swear now?
Yes.
Fuck.
Exactly.
So, where are you going?
Nice.
Go with your ghost hunt. Where are you planning to go?
Up in the Nottingham area somewhere, round that area somewhere. Maybe.
Well, there is, or there was once upon a time, a whole series of woodrose sightings in Sherwood Forest, if we ever want to.
Shall we do it, Dan?
I don't mind. We mentioned it in Sherwood Forest, didn't we? We said that we
Yeah.
should be doing that. Lots of. It's a little bit like a what you call it, isn't it? Sherwood. It's a little bit like, obviously, it's nothing compared to the size it used to be, but what is left of it is very ancient, isn't it? And
I can tell you that when I
haunted.
had investigated this person's house, the extreme haunting, and originally it was all forest. It was part of Sherwood Forest, but throughout history, cut down, built on, and all that sort of thing. Anyway, a photograph was taken in the garden, and it looked like something quite alien. Really looked like something quite alien. But when we printed the picture and you had a magnifying glass and you looked at the figure through the magnifying glass, you could see somebody wearing quite a pointed hat, clearly had a moustache and a goatee. And I looked at that picture and I said, is anybody else seeing this? Because I'm seeing Robin Hood. And the minute I said, like, come here and have a look at this, somebody else looked at the picture and said, oh, that looks like Robin Hood. It was just the facial features. You could only see it, though, if you looked at the picture through the magnifying glass. It was just...
I've not been there in 40 years, but have you been to Robin Hood's Oak?
Yes. Major Oak, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the arms are being held up by steel girders now.
Yeah. I mean, Sherwood Forest stretched right up to Yorkshire, didn't it? At one point, it was. Most of the country was forested, wasn't it? At one point, it was just through the medieval period, they started sets of villages all over the country, wasn't it? You used to have to travel through woods to get from one part of Britain to the other. And now, hardly anything left, sadly.
Have you ever read, Dan? Have you read Wilding by Isabella Tree?
No.
It is the book about how her and her husband were farmers on a farm that his ancestors had all owned, because he was Lord. No, he's either Sir or Lord, I can't remember. And she, Lady Isabella Tree, and him decided they couldn't carry on losing money the way they were, so they tried to rewild it. And they called it wilding rather than rewilding, because an awful lot of what they did on this land was absolutely nothing at all, just let it grow wild. And it's interesting what they extrapolated from this knowledge about what the original primeval forests in Britain were like. They weren't as thick as everybody thinks. They were quite sort of patchy, because they had quite a lot of the animals evolved to live in the sunny patches in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
I really recommend that book.
Have a look for that. Was it
Wilding? It's called
Wilding?
Wilding. Yeah, and it's probably the most inspirational book I've read in years.
Oh, I'll have a look for that. I'll see if I can get a hold of a copy of that. That sounds really interesting.
Absolutely fantastic book.
It's like the forests of. I had a friend who was a biologist, and he was a wildlife biologist, and he was Swiss, and I went on an expedition with him into Transylvanian Alps, and we went there, and he was bemoaning Switzerland, because he said the problem with Switzerland, I guess the same with us, is that the forests are managed and they look managed, whereas over in Transylvania they were ancient and wild and left to their own devices, and they were infinitely more beautiful than a lot of all woods are beautiful, all forests are stunning, but there was something almost primeval about them in their essence. They were just amazing. And
I expect they had much bigger biodiversity than the
massive biodiversity, which I think it was the sort of the Transylvanian Alps, that they contained something like, I think it was a third of all Europe's carnivora, which was, and you could see why, because it had been left to nature, and it was working perfectly. It was like a well-oiled clock. It was working absolutely perfectly. Obviously, we've subtracted things from ours, and everything's out of sequence. But I do think it would be nice to rewild a lot of these places and let them just go back to their natural state.
I think my favourite of the British forest is Epping Forest.
Yeah, it's a shadow of what it used to be, But it is a pretty forest.
It's more spooky and witchy than.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, very much so. We must go and do that at some point, actually.
Dan, I should take you to Monk's Wood. Because
where's that, Monk's Wood?
Where's that?
Just down the road from me. But in Monk's Wood, they have the box tree still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do I know
that?
Why do I know the name Monk's Wood, Vivian?
It has the folklore, and the legend is a woman is seen in Monk's Wood screaming. That's the folklore. A ghostly apparition of a woman appears and she screams at you. But Monk's Wood is one of the few woods that has the box tree still remaining. It's an ancient form of tree, isn't it?
It'd be nice to see it.
There's not many left.
No.
I'd love
Monk's Wood has them. He's off again.
No, I'm just trying to get a picture of a box tree.
Like the plane trees in London, isn't it? In the city of London, right, they're beautiful trees.
Mm. Mm.
I'd love to see those. Sounds wonderful.
It does. It does.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of places called Monkswood, Donkey Woods or Monkswood, isn't it?
I'm absolutely certain I know the name Monk's Wood because there is a big paranormal folkloric thing there, and something cryptozoological or forteanthological. No, it's not you, dog. It's not a little dog who comes to this. And I'm sure I know.
I think that's the beauty of woods, isn't it? There's always an essence of the other world in it, isn't there? There's always a sort of a nod to what's beyond the veil, so to speak.
Well, right next to it is the police's training centre, where they do reenactments and the police are out there screaming at people to get down and get, and what have
I wonder
you.
if
So
they've
they
ever
have
seen anything, experienced anything out there, the police.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting. Mind you, they wouldn't tell you anyway, would they?
Okay, I know what I know it from. It's the place where there's the big ecological research centre.
At Monkswood.
At Monkswood, where they did all the research that
Yes, and that is now owned by the police.
Oh, is that
Really?
the training area?
Yeah.
is
Well, the
it?
Ecological Research Centre's gone.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they've replaced it somewhere.
I don't know.
No,
They
it
might
was
have a
closed down in oh bloody hell! It was closed down in 2009.
I wish they put more money into environmentalism.
Well,
but the box tree still stands. It's
I've
still
got to see
there.
that.
They're
Viv. I
still
must
there.
see that box tree, please.
We'll have to come up there, Dan. So
I'd love
let's
to
know
see
when
it.
you're around, and we'll go.
I want to go to what you call it as well. I want to go to Rendlesham.
Yes.
yeah,
Not
later
because
on,
the
yeah.
not because of the ufology thing there, but because of the cryptids and the spirit the woodland spirits that have allegedly been spotted there and seen there. And there's something going on in that woods, isn't there, militarily? That's I told you I was watching a program the other week. There's a professor, and he was saying that he'd made a connection and he thinks it was something to do with what do they call it? What's it called? Where they view things long distance, remote viewing, and he said that he'd worked out that there was a connection between somewhere in America, another somewhere else in England, and somewhere and there, and he said that it formed a form of triangle, and he said that a lot of the activity seemed to be emanating from that particular forest, Rendlesham. And that's why the American government know, and that's why they're so, I suppose, possessive and careful over it. So yeah. I don't know what the what the upshot of it was, but it was interesting.
Well, she never told me all the details, but you remember Maxine from the Wolf place?
Yes.
Yeah, because she and I were together on and off.
That's right. Yes. You remember saying,
she was a remote viewer, and she used to say things like, "I've been to Rendlesham Forest before. I know quite a lot about it," and sort of things in passing that.
Oh, really?
Yes, but I come from a family where lots of people have signed the Official Secrets Act, so I'm quite good about not asking questions when they sort of come into my.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Some of them things I probably don't want to know about anyway.
No, I think some of the shit that Maxine was involved with it would make your hair curl.
Yeah.
I mean, I know more about what happened to her than I want to.
Yeah. Some of them things you just wish there's some things you wish you'd never heard, isn't there? Or you'd like to unhear them. Which is why I don't like. I mean, I find it interesting, intriguing, and I do want answers. A part of me wants answers, but then another part of me thinks, well, do you know what? when you get the answers, well, you wish you didn't.
Yeah.
But then you think, well, you know what? I've got to have the answers. I've got to try at least.
If you're
Well-
going to Rendlesham, you ought to go to Orford Ness.
Been there, yeah.
Been there.
Do you know about the wild man?
I went on the island. I went
Yeah, I've
on,
been-
got the ferry across and went onto the island and did the walk there. And that's
Well,
where I got my bird skull from there. I picked it up on the beach.
There's allegedly, there was in the 14th or 15th century a wild man caught on a woodrose caught on Orford Ness.
I know about this fish. Is it a fish person or something? I've heard about that.
What is that, Orford Ness?
That was Orford itself.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, like not a merman or anything like that. They called him. I'm sure it was a fish man or something. But I think that's just a folk tale, really. The fish man.
There's usually a germ of truth to everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think who it was now. It was the they were talking about sailors, and I can't think it was some famous maritime character. I can't remember who it was, but he'd written down about an island full of dog people. And he said that they were people that were they had the heads of dogs, but the bodies of men and women. And of course, a lot of people just discarded it, didn't they? Like, oh well, you know what? It's just they misrepresent something they've caught, or they've misrepresented something, or they've written down something they're not seeing what they think they're seeing. But you think to yourself, like you say, Jonathan, there's always an element of truth to these things.
There's a reason for the story.
Yeah. And apparently, this that he'd written down this. I suppose he'd written it in his log, but that it had been repeated in other captains' logs as well, in other sailors' logs as well. But it was this particular sailor had got onto the island and dealt with these beings, these energies, people. I don't know what they were, beings, but yeah, he dealt with them. So it's quite interesting.
I was in Nevada one time, and I was at a UFO conference, but I'm not very interested in UFOs, so
No, I'm not.
I usually go to these things and then sneak off and talk to the locals. And I was talking to this old couple who told me that there was a village right out in the middle of the desert in Utah. And it's not Utah, by the way, like everyone says, all the locals call it Utah. And right in the middle of the Utah desert, there's supposed to be a village where the people all have dogs' heads. And this was told to me in a bar in Nevada 25 years ago. It's one of those things I've always wanted to do, is to go back and see what we can find out.
There's always a grain of truth in these things. It's just how many grains are there? You know, it could be. I mean, I don't know. It's like the whole thing about this. It's like the ufology thing. I'll be honest with you. It bores me. You know, and I've got personal theories on that, and I think these things are more terrestrial than they are coming from other planets.
Oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe in the extraterrestrial hypothesis at all.
No. And I think that maybe right behind all of this stuff that's going on, I personally think it's just there's a particular force, energy field, call it what you want, I don't know, but I think it's responsible for all
Everything.
of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, so do I.
I agree.
You know.
We're being lied to, but they're manipulating
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. And that's what people take the piss out of me as well, because I mean, I talk about passages and text of the Bible, and I say to the people, you know, look, there's a lot of truth in this. Hiya, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
You know, the Bible is not it's not a book. Yeah, you should live your life by it, really, if you can, as best as you can. But by the same token, it's factual.
Whatever you think, thou shalt not kill is a pretty good way to live.
Exactly. They're all good standards, morals to live your life by, irrespective of whether you're a believer or not.
But then I watched something, right? I recorded it because it was on quite late, and I managed to watch it yesterday because I had no phone or anything. I was completely lost. So I watched this thing about death row. And in Huntsville in Texas, there is a big stone and it has the 10 Commandments on it because they're very big sort of on their religious standing and what have you out there. And on it, and this priest, he was a vicar who sits with the condemned before they go off to execution, sort of the day before and leading up to time of execution. He's the last face that they see. And he went to this big stone, this memorial stone, and he says, the biggest joke in the world is that thou shalt not kill. Yet our own state is killing people, regardless of what they've done. Okay, it's not condoning their crimes.
No.
But it's the fact that they're saying thou shalt not kill, and yet the state is killing people. I found that quite ironic, really. I've got my own views on the death penalty, which I'm not going to air on here.
No,
but
me too.
That stone, thou shalt not kill, and they're not living by it. The state are actually murdering people.
Yeah.
I just thought it was quite funny, really.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing with the death penalty is, in essence, okay, yeah. But then there's an awful lot of people that are going to be hung or executed that are not guilty of the crimes that they've been. And if you look at the way a lot of the police act, I mean, now you've got video cameras and everything is coming out and you can see these people are monitoring the police. That's people are watching the watchers. And when you look at a lot of the footage that they come up with, you think to yourself, well, I don't know how they became a police officer.
Dan, have you read that? That's referring to you.
Yeah, you need to put a pillow, you need to put a cushion on your head and have your elbows out like that.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But interesting thing about the other day is that they're releasing papers in America, aren't they? Government official papers, and they went through it the other day, and it's come out. It's all on the internet that they say they know where the Ark of the Covenant is because of remote viewers.
Really?
Which is, there's a lot more truth to the Bible than people. I think the whole thing's true, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any.
No, I do.
I think it's written on facts, but the facts have been embellished.
I think it's the word of God, and I don't think so. I mean, when you look at the way the world's going today, it seems to be following the pattern of the way that the Bible's dictating terms.
But if you get all the Bibles together and read the passages simultaneously, they say the same thing, but differently. I just think that it's how it was interpreted by whoever.
Yeah, but you can interpret it however you want. But the actual essence of the Bible is, in the beginning was the Word. And the Word of God is infallible, isn't it? The Word of God is it. Which is why I have a lot of problem with churches now, with religions, because a lot of religions are throwing it out. And they're saying, well, you know what, we don't like that, but we can change that. And you think, well, no. You can't change it. This is the word of God. It's in fact that you can't change the word of God. And that's what pisses me off with a lot of religions.
I agree totally. Totally. That's where I am on Monday evenings. That's why you can't get a hold of me on Monday evenings. I go to Bible study class.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Bible study.
And I've learned so much. It's absolutely fascinating.
I've got mine here. Keep mine. Oh, I'll see it in a minute. But yeah, always got mine with me. Mine's by the side there.
Mine's up there somewhere.
I've even got
somewhere
a small one
up there.
A little small one to put in a bag when I go anywhere. But yeah.
Do you? That's good.
Yeah, I got this one. I got that one. The small one. I'll keep in there. Always.
That's good.
Yeah. I have it on my iPad, but I've got paper. I've got hard copies of several Bibles around the house. Well,
I think that the truth of the matter is that it is war between principalities, isn't it, rather than
Yeah.
flesh and blood. But you know,
Yeah.
when you take reality, what is reality? It's all spiritual, isn't it? In the end,
Yes.
Reality is an illusion brought on
it
by.
is an absolute illusion. I totally agree with you, Jonathan. Which is why it's so, because it is an illusion. It's so malleable, which is why people are seeing these energies and everything else that they're seeing in woodlands and forests and rivers and mountains.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think
Nice.
on the whole, when people report seeing Bigfoot, they're seeing Pam.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, listen, we're coming up to 1:30, and we're gonna wrap the show up.
That's a way of saying, shut up, Jonathan. Shut up, Daniel. It's time to go.
Time to go to bed.
Interesting
Time
read.
to
Very
go to
interesting
sleep.
read.
Yes, Auntie
Bill.
Viv.
Yeah.
Time to go home. Time
So
to go
we
Time to
are
go
back.
home.
We are back next
Me
week.
and Vivi are going to home.
Jonathan, I'm going to do you. Behave yourself. That's a bit of Feltham speak.
So I'm looking forward to next week, hopefully.
Well,
Sounds
Yes.
exciting. If it all comes off, it's exciting. If it doesn't, it's fine.
Well, Dan,
We'll have fun
Tuesday,
anyway.
if you're available, we are going to Derby.
I thought that was the Tuesday after.
Tuesday after. Yeah, the
Tuesday
Tuesday
week,
after.
isn't it? Yeah.
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 It's not next week, because next week you're around. It's the week after you're not.
Yeah, it's the week after. So I'm going to Derby Jail. But I have to be at Heathrow Airport at 7:00 in the morning to pick a certain person up. There's going to be a lot of driving.
And you're going to be
On
up early.
Tuesday.
You're going to be up early, aren't you?
Ugh.
Are you doing the driving, Viv, or is Andy going to be chauffeuring?
Well, I'm going to see if I can chat him up to do the Heathrow bit, and then come back here, and then I'll do the Derby bit. But yes, but it's all going to be fun.
Yes, of course.
Maybe me and Dan, if Dan comes, we'll go live and
Sounds
do
like
a little
fun.
bit. Yeah,
Sounds like
you
fun.
can interview Richard personally, face to face.
Well, you can always video it, can't you? You can always
That's
video
true.
it. You can then play the video.
That's true.
What Dan says to Richard every time we go there is, can I just sit in here for a little bit on my own? He says, yeah, sure. And then he says to Dan, do you want me to get the key and lock the door? No, you're all right. Just shut it and leave it open a little bit. Like he's scared, really.
I'm not bothered about that. So I've slept in here on my own because the
Horrible.
girl who was in there was frightened.
That was me. I was frightened.
No, it weren't you. It was somebody who was with me that was terrified. And they kept saying, what's that noise? What's that movement? I kept saying, it's just the wind. What's that movement? What's that shadow? I went, that's your own hand.
I had to sleep in there with Andy. Do you remember when you lot stitched me up?
I remember
You was
we
there that night.
did a daytime investigation there at one point. I think it was prior to one of the. It was prior, I think, to one of the Paracons, and it was. We all sat down. It was broad daylight. I think it was about 7 or 8 of us, and there was a woman behind the curtain whispering. Do you remember that? And I went to check it out, and there was no one there. And I went to sit down, and everybody's going, "Did you hear her?" And because they all heard her. And then I sat back down, and she started again. I'm thinking, I got back up, and she stops, and I thought, she's taking a piss here. She's having a wind up, this woman. But yeah, and then I said to ask Richard what it was, and he said, "There's a female spirits in there." So that's interesting.
Yes.
So hey,
there he is.
the
Right,
man
so
himself.
we're gonna wrap it up here. We will be back. Jonathan will be back on Saturday.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm on Saturday when I have the second part of our interview with Mick McLaren from the Winter Hill investigation team. Fascinating guy, fascinating experiences, and I recommend that you come
Tune in.
be on CFZ TV at 3:00. And I'll be back here on Wednesday with these two delightful people.
Who's that?
Me.
Oh,
Me,
you.
I'm delightful.
You and you. You and you.
Me, I'm delightful.
I think
You're delightful.
I'm going to have to re-record the Andy Pandy theme about you two.
Oh, I remember the Andy
What?
Pandy theme.
You know, the time to go home, time to go home. Danny and Vivi, it's time to go home.
Andy Pandy. Bill
Night,
and Ben.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, my